Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. If you're here for the first time, my name is TMR, and over here we talk reactions and reviews. What's good, everyone? How's everyone doing? I hope everybody is a-okay, and happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful mothers. If you have not yet checked out my community tab, I did send a present to you, sis. So make sure you go over there and check out my community tab. Make sure you leave me a like or leave me a little message to let me know that you did get my gift. And now that I got your attention, make sure before you leave this channel, you most definitely subscribe to it. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell because they do go hand in hand. So therefore, every time I put out a new video, you'll be the first one to know it. All right, y'all, we gonna get right on into this reaction video. Y'all, we got a couple things that we gonna talk about. I saw this video a couple days ago, but y'all just now getting around to, come over here and talk about it with you guys. Because, that's what we do over here, y'all. We react to the videos. We react to the content that we watch, okay? So I saw my Jazzy Life video the other day. Y'all gonna hear something. That's my other phone going off. I saw my Jazzy Life video the other day where she was talking about somebody in her apartment tested positive for COVID-19. And I was like, ooh, that's deep, sis. That's what happened, unfortunately, when you live in community property, that can happen. And she was talking in the video where she was feeling a little upset because they wouldn't let them know, like, what apartment building and things of that nature that had, the person who had it. And, I can kind of see it both ways. You do have HIPAA. That's a law that you have to protect people's privacy. But like she said, you should at least let us know the building so we could kind of stray away from that building. Or like she said, it could even be her building. So me personally, if I was her in her shoes, I would just do what I should already, what you already been doing, wearing your mask when you're leaving, when you're going in and out the building, just wearing gloves, making sure the kids are not touching on everything and, washing your hands and things of that nature. Y'all, it's just kind of hard to trace it down. But I do understand maybe the apartment, like I said, not telling them what building, because you do, you have to, then you could do process elimination that way. And then people privacy will be invoked. I know that kind of, sounds weird, because you're thinking, well, shoot, I need to know who got it so I can stay away from them. But, it's a lot of red tape with that, you guys. Or maybe the apartment complex doesn't really know the law yet. And because this is new to everybody, maybe they're trying to figure out, what they can and cannot say. But I would think telling the building shouldn't be really a problem. Maybe it could be. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, that ain't what I really wanted to talk about. But that was the title of the video. All right, y'all. So what she was talking about, Jasmine's on her weight loss journey. Honey, and I feel her on that because your girl's on her own. I'm not going to say I'm on a weight loss journey. I have been doing extra things to lose my weight, because, I was getting thick around the middle even before Corona. Okay. And I don't want to carry all this weight. So, she was doing, she's been doing a lot of exercises and stuff. But the part of the video that I wanted to talk with y'all about was, when she was outside. She had took I guess it was early morning, and she had took the twins outside with her, I guess, to walk in the parking lot of her apartment complex. So she, she had to film, and she basically was like, yeah, it's me and the twins, walking through. She said the girls are in the house still. They're asleep. She was like, but Kaylin has the phone. When Kaylin wakes up or when they wake up, Kaylin will call me. So I was like, okay, sis, look. Y'all, we talked about this before, how Jasmine overshares. She tells too much. Me personally, you shouldn't be leaving your kids in the house by themselves because they're not old enough to be left in the house by themselves. What, 7 and 5? You know what I'm saying? They're not old enough, okay? And if that's what you're doing over there, although you should not be doing it, yes, sis, you don't need to tell hundreds of thousands of people that that's what you're doing, okay? Yeah, you don't need to tell people that, because guess what? It's on camera. You know, anything can happen. We all know stuff can happen in the blink of an eye. And what Jasmine could have clearly had done while I was watching the video, this is what I thought, what she could have clearly had done in that video was not even mention the fact that the girls wasn't even with her. She could have been like, y'all, we out here walking the parking lot. Obviously, we seen the twins, but we would just automatically assume that the girls was with her. But as soon as she said that the girls wasn't with her, then all of a sudden now we're more focused on the fact, oh, where the girls at? Well, she says they in the house sleep. Now, we do know from what Jasmine has told us, because like she says, y'all, she vlogs her life. We know that it's been certain situations where the two oldest girls have had incidents where they have broke stuff in the house. TVs, windows, and things of that nature. Knowing that you have the type of children that has that type of temperament, yeah, you should never leave them alone. Because one thing about kids, they're very curious. A lot of times they do stuff not even meaning to do it, but they curious, right? And all us mothers know that. Like, we know our children. And with you knowing the type of children that you have, yeah, you don't leave them alone like that. Even if she had the world's best children, okay? Because nobody has the world's best child, because we all are human, we all have faults. But at 7 and 5, yeah, you don't leave them alone. If anything, you wait till everybody wakes up and you bring them all outside. Now, of course, you can't leave the twins in there by themselves. But if she would have just been walking that wagon, never even bringing focus to the fact that the kids were left in the house by herself. And that's what I'm saying. Jasmine gets upset when people say things to her, but it's like, sis, you give us the information for people to talk about. What Jasmine also has to understand, and not just Jasmine, all these people here on YouTube, we live in a socially acceptable society. Okay? Everybody feels like, oh, well, that's not socially acceptable, right? It is not acceptable to leave your children alone in the home. It's not, right? Especially like not now. Because there's so much going on in the world. You know, with her steps, I noticed when she was running up and down the steps, you can enter her apartment from like going up the front of the steps, and then there's some back steps. You know, now I'm gonna just assume that she locked the door when she left those little girls in the house by themselves. But then again, she probably didn't, because she figured, oh, I'm just in the parking lot. But like I said, if you walking back and forth, you're paying attention to your steps. You're not paying attention if somebody's coming up them back steps. You know what I'm saying? And then you saying that, like, you don't know who lives in your apartment complex and watches you. Yeah, you don't know that. And what you saying that you left your kids in a house by themselves, then that would make people think that that's a habit of yours. Now, I'm not saying she does that all the time, but what you saying that, it would make people think that is a habit of yours. And guess what? People will catch you slipping, because a lot of times you don't know who watching you. Okay? So I was just like, she shares way too much. Like, that part of the video, you could have kept that all the way out. She could have even, when she walked them kids downstairs and she was in the parking lot, she could have just, like she normally does, put music in the background. She could have just put music in the background and phased that all the way out. Just like when she told us a story about her having roaches in her house, and she said that she left the twins in the car while her and the two older girls ran upstairs to see, you know, what happened after she let the bombs off for the roaches. Again, you didn't have to tell us that part. You could have just been like, we went in the house, right? You didn't have to tell us where the kids were situated. So that's what I'm saying, Jasmine. It's like, I know y'all say she got a college degree, but one thing I know about college, they teach you critical thinking skills. And with the type of content that she puts out, she really needs to be more critical when she's thinking about the words that she's using out of her mouth to put on her videos. Because again, Jasmine knows there are hundreds of thousands of people are watching her, right? There's a lot of people watching you, sis, and they literally hanging on every word that you're saying. Now, me personally, yeah, I'm not going to make no phone calls on her, you know, but we do know in the past that she has said that people has called CPS on her. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, Jasmine, you wonder why that's happening? Well, sis, you keep telling us about, you've told us several times and also showed us several times where you have left your children unattended at the age that they are. They're too young to be left unattended. And that, y'all, that goes for anybody, right? It's not safe to leave your children unattended. Now, if you got kids 12 and older, okay, because in most states, 12 is an appropriate age to leave the kids alone or unattended. Now, I'm not saying you got to leave them alone for 8, 9, 10 hours, but if you got to run to the store real quick and your kids don't want to go to the store with you, because my kids used to do that. Some days they wanted to ride with me to run errands, and some days they didn't want to go because they knew when I would leave, child, they knew they ain't no telling when mama gonna come back. So they would just be like, nah, I'm gonna stay at home, okay? But her kids, you know, Jasmine has a long ways to go before she can even think about leaving them kids alone. And I just wish she would stop telling people on social media that she's leaving her kids home in the house by themselves. Like I said, y'all, yes, she was in the parking lot and it wasn't like she was down the street from the house. Yes, she was in the parking lot. But again, them kids could have woke up and could have did anything. They could have turned the stove on. They could have picked up some chemical. If you outside, yeah, you don't know what's going on because you outside. So in the same video, you guys, she got a phone call. Kaylin, somebody called Kaylin's, I think she said tablet. And then, I believe it was one of Philip's relatives. I think it was his sister, maybe. It was a female. And I'm assuming it might have been his sister. I don't know. But the woman was basically like she was going to come pick up the kids. So Jasmine was like, well, child, you going to come pick up all of them? She was like, nah, you know, I got a 2-kid limit. I'm going to come get the 2 oldest, right? So Jasmine was like, dang. So, you know, I feel Jasmine on wanting and needing a break. And my thing is like this. If you're going to come pick up the kids, if you're going to come pick up 2, you might as well pick up all of them. Because y'all know how kids, y'all know how that go. When the relatives come over to pick up 1 or 2 of the kids and the other kids sitting like, why I can't go? You know, even though the twins are 2 years old, they still going to be like, I want to go. Because they know what let's go means, right? But again, I mean, if that's what that woman want to do, obviously that's her business. But what was funny to me was in the video, the woman was talking and she said, make sure you got them girls' hair done. And I was like, even the auntie, we just gonna call her auntie. I'm assuming that was maybe Philip's sister. But we gonna just say that's the auntie. I said, child, even the auntie knows Jasmine's M.O. I said, that's a daggone shame that woman got to remind her to make sure the girls' hair combed. It's not like Jasmine is a brand new mama. Child, she been a mama for quite some time. 7 years? She got 4 kids. But even this woman had to tell her, make sure the girl's hair is combed. And I was like, Jasmine, you should be ashamed of yourself that woman got to even tell you that. It's not like you're 2 years old. You're a grown-ass woman. That woman should not have to tell you to make sure your daughter's hair is combed because but again, like I said before, people know Jasmine's M.O. She knows she would let them kids come outside and their hair is not combed and things of that nature. I mean, obviously, she puts them on camera looking like that. So people, you know, so obviously the auntie or whoever she was, the family member, knows the same thing. She must be watching the videos. I don't know. But I was just thinking to myself, oh, Jasmine, you really need to change that, you know, because people should not just be assuming what type of woman that you are, you know, like, I just really feel like she needs to change what she shows and what she displays on social media. That's just my personal opinion. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I don't think Jasmine is a horrible person. I don't say these things because she's a horrible person. I just feel like Jasmine, when she says and does things on her channel, she just really doesn't think critical about the things she says and does. It's like she's not realizing that anybody can watch her videos. Anybody can see what she has going on in her videos. And I was just like, okay, anyway, you know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm just like, oh my God. Y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all saw the video. Y'all got this one little piece of hair that just will not mind its business. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the video. If y'all got a chance to see the video, you know, like I said, Jasmine does not get a break. You know, she can't even get nobody to get all the kids at the same daggone time. But she did do a live, I think it came on yesterday. Y'all caught some of it, but I believe she's taking the live down now. The part that I caught of the live, somebody in the chat said that Philip sent his baby mama, you already know the girl Asia that came on YouTube a few months ago, sent her a Mother's Day card. So Jasmine was like, so? You know, you could tell she was feeling a little some type of way about it. But you know what? Of course he's going to send the mothers of his children a Mother's Day card. Jasmine is not the only mother that he has of children. Y'all know it's believed that he has like 10 kids with 4 or 5 different baby mamas. So of course he's going to send cards to all the baby mamas or whatever, you know. But again, people provoking her. And like I said, y'all, I kind of fell off after that conversation was going on. So I don't really know what happened after that. But I do know that Jasmine didn't keep the live up. But I was just like, y'all, you know, that of course he's going to send the baby mama's Mother's Day card, because he needs to appreciate the fact that these women is holding it down as a parent while he can't be a parent, right? So, yeah, of course you need to send Mother's Day's cards. You know, if you could put a couple dollars in that card too, just to show your appreciation. Now, did he send Jasmine a Mother's Day card? I don't think he did, but she said that he called. And, you know, I would have rather had the card. Like, you could have saved the phone call. I'd have rather had the card. And that's just me. But anyway. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Y'all, we was talking, me and my cousin was talking yesterday, and we was talking about dating. Would I date a man, or would she date a man that has children? And I basically told her, yes, I would. But in my situation, for me, I would have to date a man who has older children. Like, either their children would have to be 12 and older or grown. Because my kids, you know, I have 4, and all my kids, my 3 oldest, obviously all over the age of 18, and then I have a child that's getting ready to be 15. Yeah, I wouldn't want to date a man that has a 5-year-old, because I don't have a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and him got together, who the 5-year-old gonna play with? My 15-year-old? Yeah, no, they don't have anything in common. And y'all know, a lot of times those situations, you know, you have those bitter baby mamas, and you have those baby mama and baby mama problems. Yeah, I didn't came too far to be dealing with the baby mama drama. Yeah, I don't want no type of, I've never had to deal with that, and I ain't trying to deal with that now. But my cousin, she was like, she wouldn't care if the man had younger children, just as long as he didn't have more than 4 kids by 2 women. Like, she would deal with a man who had 4 kids with 2 different women. And I told her, me personally, I could deal with a man that I wouldn't want to deal with a man that had like 6, 7, 8 kids. If he had like 4 kids, okay. But again, for me, they would have to be older. Okay. I wouldn't want to deal with a man that had kids younger than mine. You know, them kids would either have to be 12 or older. Okay. Period, for me. Y'all let me know down in the comments how you think. What do you think about that? Like, would you date a man with children? And if so, depending on the age of your children, would you be okay with the kids being younger than your children? Or would you want the kids to be older than your children? Like I said, y'all, for me, they would have to be older. Because a lot of times when you dealing in those type of relationships, you know, especially if you meet a man, he got a 2-year-old. Okay, well, then that means that relationship just ended. It is still kind of, you know, it's still feelings there. Now, if you meet a man and he got a 15-year-old, well, yeah, it's been 15 years. Y'all, you know, y'all done probably parted y'all ways. She done obviously went on with her life, and you should be going on with your life as well. But just me, y'all. I've had friends who've had situations like that, and it never turned out good. So me personally, especially now at my age, there's no way that I could deal with a man with a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, hell, not even an 8-year-old. Again, they would have to be much older. They would have to either be 12 or older, or they would have to be adults. I wouldn't want to deal with a man that had little bitty kids. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What y'all think about that. Y'all let me know if y'all saw Jasmine's video. And let me know what your thoughts are. And I most definitely will see y'all in the next video. Until the next time, you guys, remember, sub what you love. Bye-bye.